Knicks family was popping. Good morning. And yes, my voice is still a little bit scratchy this morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks play an early one today. They play at 12 o'clock versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. So this will be a short show. We're going to break down what to expect tonight or today. See, I'll probably say tonight, the entire show. So to begin with, let's talk about the injury report for the New York Knicks. Quentin Grimes, this might be the first time that I don't believe he's on the injury report. Not day-to-day, not anything. So we'll see if Quentin Grimes can actually work his way into the lineup. According to Tom Thibodeau, he'll be situational until he gets his endurance together, right? He's got to get in game shape because he hasn't been playing for the entire season. So you could expect Cam Reddish to continue to start in that shooting guard spot. For now, at least. We'll see what Tom Thibodeau decides later on. And I think you can expect Evan Fournier to continue to play in that backup role until Quentin Grimes is 100% healthy, or should I say in shape, because we hope that he's 100% healthy now. Although it's been hit or miss with Quentin Grimes throughout the entire season. Plays a game or two, then he's got to sit because his foot's still sore. And this could also be a way to ease him in instead of jumping right out there and starting him. Because we've seen throughout the season so far that every time the Knicks jump right out there and start Quentin Grimes or jump him right into 15 or 16 minutes a game or something like that, he ends up back on the injury list. So the Knicks could be easing their way or easing Quentin Grimes into extended minutes. Either way, he's not on the injury list. Mitchell Robinson continues to be out for the New York Knicks. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, Baisley is out. Chet Holmgren, he's out. Other than that, they should come in with, a full set of players. All right, this is a game, ladies and gentlemen, that I believe the Knicks got to get. And it's not going to be easy. In the past couple of years, the Knicks have struggled to win games versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, whether it's because the Knicks overlook them or they just don't match up well with them. They've struggled to win games against OKC. They need to get this one because they go on a tough 5-game road trip, which will conclude with OKC. So you got to make sure you get one of them because you play them twice in a short span. And that 5-game West Coast swing, ladies and gentlemen, starts with Utah. They'll play Denver. They'll play Golden State. They'll play Phoenix. And then they play OKC. So this is an important one. Right? Leave out of New York 7-6. And then go out there and try to get 2 of those games. At least. You're not expected to get all 5. It's going to be hard to get 3 of the 5, but you could possibly get 2. Right? Test Utah. See if Utah is really that good. Try to get that. Of course, you're going to try to get Denver. That's a tough matchup for the Knicks, in my opinion. Golden State's a tough matchup for the Knicks. Phoenix, maybe that's a game you can get. It's a better matchup for the Knicks. And then get OKC. If you win today, you get 2 of those games. You come back off that trip, still 500. Right? And that's what the Knicks did. It's a big one, but it's tough. It's tough. Looking at the lineups for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Cam Reddish, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Jericho Sims. I'm sorry, not Jericho Sims. I need to change that. I think that's going to be iHeart. So let me change that for you right now. And I think that Tom Thibodeau recognized what we all recognized about starting Jericho Sims in iHeart or versus iHeart, that, iHeart is just better equipped at this point in time to start for the Knicks. Just better equipped. So I think it's a good move. For the OKC Thunder, you have SGA, and his name is long, so it's the reason why you don't see Alexander totally spelled out. You have Giddey, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort. That's Aaron Wiggins, ladies and gentlemen, not Andrew Wiggins. Right? Then you have Pokusevsky. I think I said that correctly. Right? A lot of names that you're not familiar with. But that hasn't historically worked out well for the New York Knicks when teams have guys that you're not exactly familiar with. Right? You seen the guy with the Brooklyn Nets, Mr. Sumner, laid it to us. As far as I'm concerned, he laid it to us because he's a guy that came into the game averaging, maybe 4 points a game. He dropped 18. That's laying it to us, in my opinion. Right? So, let's not get too happy because they got some guys that we haven't heard of before. All right? That doesn't necessarily work for the Knicks. SGA, ladies and gentlemen, is coming into this game averaging 30.5 points per game. He's having the best season of his career. There's speculation that he's not happy or he's growing tired of losing in OKC. That doesn't mean that he wants out, but he wants to be in a winning situation, let's say that. He's shooting the ball well from the field. All right, he shoots it at 53.9%. He's shooting the three at 33.3%. So this is a matchup. Whoever matches up with him, Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, one of those two guys, got to pay attention to it. Right? I would think you'd probably put Cam Reddish on SGA. Right? See if you could put some length on him. Match his athleticism. I'm not saying you're going to shut him down, but it may be the best matchup to begin the game. You got Josh Giddey, right? I'm not sure who matches up there. Maybe that's RJ Barrett who matches up with Josh Giddey. He's 6'8", though. He's averaging 13.7 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Okay, so he has some nice young players. All right, Josh Giddey is shooting the ball, well from the field. Not great, but well. Let's see who else we got to worry about. Obviously, you know what Lou Dort can do. He's a defensive guy. Expect Lou Dort. We talked about the other day that teams may take the strategy of defending Jalen Brunson with their best defender and possibly, trying to shut him down, should I say. Shut Jalen Brunson down or make it really, really tough for Brunson so that Julius Randle becomes the primary ball handler. So I wouldn't be surprised if you've seen Lou Dort on Brunson. But you know what? All of these guys can defend. OKC is actually ranked sixth in defensive rating this year, so far, this season. They're sixth. So the Knicks are coming, they're going to be playing a good defensive team. It's going to be a tough game for the Knicks. It's not going to be easy. They're going to have to come out and play some basketball. They're 5-7 on the season, OKC. We're going to look at the stats shortly. Right now, we're just talking about some of these matchups. Lou Dort, he's averaging 12.7 points per game. Shooting the ball well from the field. Actually, he's not. 36.7% from the field and 23.9% from three. So I guess he's not shooting the ball that well from the field this season. Aaron Wiggins, a guy that we really haven't heard of. Probably going to be, listen, he's 6'5". They're small. SGA. He's 6'4". Josh Giddey's 6'8". Lou Dort's like 6'4". Wiggins, like 6'4". Wiggins, 6.3 points per game, 4.2 rebounds. Pokusevsky, 9.1 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game. Right? I remember, he's a guy that I don't want to say, jumped on the scene a couple of years ago. I remember watching him like, man, this guy is small, but he is a talented guy. Shoot the ball from three from that center spot. 9.1 points per game, 43% from the field, and 34.3% from the three-point line. This is going to be a game that the Knicks will be able to switch a lot, if necessary, because of the size of the players that's on the floor. And you may actually see, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Matchup wise, size wise, iHeart, AP. I'm gonna just call him AP. That's the likely matchup. Maybe you see Randall with Giddey. I don't know if that's gonna be great. So maybe it's RJ with Giddey. Randall might be defending Dort or Wiggins, I guess. I would say Randall's either guarding Wiggins or maybe Giddey because of his size. Giddey is 6'8". But then, Randall's going to have to be out on the perimeter. You probably don't want that as much. It'll be interesting to see the way that these matchups pan out. And I don't know, Golden State, OKC maybe, looking at this in more of a, not really a kind of a positionless thing, the way that they play. OKC is coming off of a big win in Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. They defeated the Toronto Raptors 132-113. (132-113). So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're looking and you're saying, well, why you got Josh Giddey at the shooting guard spot, when you look at their box scores and where they have people positioned, this is where they got him playing. It's where they got him playing. El Cerro, you're right. He said, no rim protection for OKC. We need to put our heads down and drive to the basket. We definitely need to go to the basket. I don't know if I want to put our heads down because I want to be able to see what's happening. You put your head down, you're probably going to get an offensive foul. But I know what you're saying. I'm just being facetious. Know exactly what you're saying. Willie Cruz said 90 points today for the Knicks. It's a good defensive team. Defensive rating numbers ranked 6th in the league. Good defensive team. Got it up there on the screen right now. They're averaging 113.4 points per game, 45.7 rebounds per game, 24.4 assists. The numbers look similar to the New York Knicks. Look real similar to the Knicks. 13 turnovers a game, 9.2 steals, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means? That means the Knicks must take care of the basketball. You can't have these crazy turnovers today. You got 15 turnovers, you might be in trouble. Let's bring that back to OKC. OKC's averaging 6.3 blocks. They're shooting 45.1% from the field 35.8% from three, and they're shooting 75.6% from the free throw line. They're 7th in pace at 101.6, 25th in offensive rating at 108.6, and they're 6th, ladies and gentlemen, in defensive rating at 109.4. Yeah, they're a good defensive team. The Knicks are going to have to take care of this basketball because they got guys that can get into the passing lanes. And you don't want SGA getting out and running on the break and getting easy buckets. He's already averaging 30. You don't want him to drop 40. If you allow him to get out on the break and get easy buckets, SGA or OKC, it's going to be a long afternoon for the Knicks. My man Andy in the building. What's going on, Andy? How you feeling today?
What up, Sim? Yeah, I figured you're going to be on just before the game. Just to add what you said, Sim, about the game preview. Only thing I would add is that Alexander Pokushevsky, he is so thin.
Yeah, he's thin dude.
Yeah, but I saw a stat that he's the least. How do you say it? That he doesn't stand ground on the screens. He literally slips them so fast that you know they gotta try to go through those screens that he sets, and he on an offensive end he slips those screens so fast that you gotta watch for him to cut under hoop.
Yeah,
Those are two key things because they might go both ways, right? Because if the Knicks are going to try to fight through him because they notice that he's thin, they might get called for offensive fouls running through a screen, right? And he doesn't have to go and do such a great acting job because he's really thin.
right. But see,
So
that's good. That would be Julius Randle who tries to run through him, right?
yeah,
that
so
would be
that
Randle.
yeah, I'm gonna try to see how this is gonna go because this is gonna be. I bet you that there's gonna be a call one way or another on those Pokushevsky screens.
Yeah. I will see. Um, for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, they're 6-6 on the season. They average 113 points, 48.4 rebounds, 24.3 assists, 14.9 turnovers for the Knicks. We really need to get that turnover number down. You got to get it down. And you don't want to turn the ball over against OKC because they're going to be out and running. 6.4 steals, 5.2 blocks. But the Knicks their block numbers are down right now because Mitchell Robinson is out. So they're not blocking. They're not protecting the rim the way that number would sound. Okay? They're shooting the ball 45.1% from the field, 35.9% from three. They're averaging 77.7% from the free throw line. They're 13th in pace at 100.79, 21st in offensive rating at 110.1, and 18th in defensive rating at 111.8. Obviously, for both of these teams, because we're only 12 games into the season, these numbers are going to be skewed. When you start to get to 30 games in the season, you get a better barometer of what these Knicks are what these teams are statistically. Right now, the numbers match up a little bit. I think the thing that really sets OKC apart from the Knicks right now is defense. Their defense is much better statistically than the Knicks. We'll see how much of a problem. How much of a problem do you think their defense is going to be, Andy?
Well, the numbers say that the Knicks actually should have a problem. I hope, except Lou Dort. Actually, I think we got physical attributes, over those guys, and I think that should be a really pro for the Knicks, at least starting lineup, right? So I'm hoping we can take advantage of that side of the court.
Yeah. This is going to be, in my opinion, a tough game for the Knicks. It's not going to be easy. I think it's going to be a battle down to the end. How are you defending SGA? Who are you defending him with? At least to start the game as your base defense.
If I was the coach, I think I would have to go with Cam. I would throw the length on him. He has the speed, but I think Cam can stop him on the defensive end. I wouldn't go with RJ. Meanwhile, he knows him from Team Canada, from probably like way longer than even he knows his Knicks teammates, right?
Right, right.
I just think that they are totally different players. SGA is based on speed and quickness, RJ on strength and trying to battle through these guys. So I don't think that's a good matchup on our end. That's why I would try to go with Cam on him. But we were saying this from the beginning of the season. The NBA in these days is the switching is so tough. I mean, it's so common, but it's also teams are looking for mismatches. So I'm expecting to see literally three or four guys even on SGA, and if he goes past that front line, that backward of us, and goes versus the front line and Randall and probably Hartstein, no, we're gonna have to be able to defend him in the paint because
Yeah,
he scores a bunch of points from
right,
from the paint
right.
after he drives.
Yeah, and the issue there is now you start to get Hart in foul trouble. Randall's not going to get in foul trouble that way because he's not going to contest shots.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He'll let him go. He'll step aside and
he's gonna
watch.
make business decisions, and
Yeah, he'll step aside and watch and let him go ahead and get it at the rim. Jericho Sims could get in foul trouble, which could make us small. The Knicks could play small anyway, right? Because of the size of AP, right? They could go small because you would expect that Julius Randle could defend them, as well as deal with them inside. He's not really going to be a shot blocker. You know what I mean? So I think the Knicks could go small, but then they're really, really vulnerable to SGA and whoever else scoring at the basket because now you really have no rim protection. I mean, Obi, to be honest with you though, Obi's done a better job this season using his athletic ability to help protect the rim. I do have to say that.
yeah, and listen, versus a guy like Pokuševski, it actually makes sense, right? If you look at them, because Pokuševski he's gonna post up, but he's gonna try to use his craftiness, not his strength.
Right.
So Obi seems like a guy that should stand his own in the
Mm-hmm.
paint, but just saying that sentence was like, what am I talking about?
Now, OKC has a small lineup, right? SGA is like 6'4". Lou Dort is, I don't know what is Lou Dort, between 6'4" and 6'6", somewhere around there. He's small. Aaron Wiggins is like 6'4". I mean, AP is what, 7'3" or whatever. So Lou Dort is 6'4". All right. Aaron Wiggins, 6'5". Said he was 6'4" before. He's 6'5". He's playing one of their forward positions. Right. Josh Giddey is 6'8", but he plays more the shooting guard spot for this team, at least on the offensive side of the ball. With those other guys, how do you see the Knicks matching up there? Right? Who are you putting on Josh Giddey? He's 6'8". Are you putting Randall on him?
No, I'm not putting
Or are you
Randall
putting
on
RJ
because
on him?
yeah, it would have to be RJ because he's one of those guys also. He's not physically gifted except his height because strength wise he's like Pokuševski. So it's nothing there, but he has that IQ on the court. So on the offensive end, meanwhile, he's not a great of a scorer, but he can create for his teammates. So he's going to be an awesome cover for us. That's why maybe throwing a guy with strength and power like RJ might get off his game, right?
Right.
And then again, when you think, Brunson it's hard to find a guy in the NBA that is going to be a easy game for Brunson on the defensive end because he's literally small.
Yeah.
He has strength and stuff, but
yeah, and I want to correct myself. SGA 6'6",
yeah, 6'6" or
listed at
6'7", right?
6'6". Yeah. So let me correct myself there. So that adds a
Yeah.
little bit more, height. Adds a little bit more height out there. We'll see. We'll see. And somebody asked, who does Brunson guard? Brunson, I would say defends Lou
Wiggins.
Dort. Either Wiggins
or Lou Dort, yeah.
or either Wiggins or Dort, one of the two.
Yeah, I was looking at the
I
comment.
would say Dort, Wiggins. Maybe he plays more of like a forward type spot. Maybe not a. I don't know how he plays, but maybe not like a ball handler type of guy. Dort isn't shooting well from the field so far, so I'd say probably Dort. Either Dort or Wiggins, one of those two.
Yeah, I saw the comment higher than the one you stored. Put Fournier to defend the logo.
Oh boy, see how people try to do? Oh man. Well, the game should be starting soon. Right now, Breen and Clyde are talking. So I'll probably, I should have did one of those streams today.
Watch-alongs,
but
right?
Yeah, I should have did one. But I had so much going on. I didn't even think to put it out there to the membership. But next time we have an early day game, I'll make sure we do a watch along. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you go ahead and watch the game. And Andy, will you be on after the game? Since
Listen, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, post game would be pretty early today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are your key matchups for today?
Listen, I think the matchup for today on the offensive end should be Randall's matchup because I don't see a guy that can defend him.
Mm-hmm.
So he should take advantage of that at least. And I think the key basketball thing that we got to do is we got to out-rebound them. We have, they're a small lineup, small team. We got to out-rebound them to secure no second chance points, end their actions on only one possession. And even on the offensive end, right? We got to rebound, take advantage of the boards to get second chance points and easy buckets for the Knicks. Too bad Mitch isn't available because he would have a field day today.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I think, obviously whoever's guarded SGA, has a tough matchup, right? You really got to worry about that. Randall, excuse me, as you said, should dominate at his position. I think you need RJ to come out and play tough as well. I think Dort may guard Brunson, which could make it tough for Brunson, right? And people take that strategy, try to shut down Brunson so that, you shut Brunson down. Now you're forcing Randall to be the primary ball handler, and that hasn't worked out the best for the Knicks.
Yeah, and Sim, let's hope if Randall decides to shoot threes, let's hope he's going to make them because, versus a small lineup like the OKC have, he should be, going, closer to the hoop than just, taking threes.
Right.
Unless he's making them, then I'm cool with it.
Right, exactly. Unless he's making them. Last year, Josh Giddey had a triple-double against the Knicks. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists. Can't let that happen again. We'll be in trouble. I think the Knicks have to take care of the ball. We don't want these guys getting out and running. Take care of the basketball. Be able to perform under pressure, right? Because they're a team that can get, they can get in the passing lanes. They can, they obviously get a lot of steals, 9.3 steals per game. So take care of the basketball, pass under pressure, catch under pressure. You know what I mean? Don't let these guys get out and run. And if you do, you got to play transition defense. And then, of course, we got to defend the perimeter. If Cam Reddish is on SGA, you still got to help out. But we got to be able to get out to the shooters. You know what I mean? Dort hasn't shot well. Don't let him start shooting well. You know what I mean? Against us. You don't really know who Wiggins is. Don't let don't let Wiggins get off. You know what I mean? I think he's coming into the game averaging 4 points a game. We don't do well against guys like that. Are you predicting a win?
Yes, and I'm expecting a win. It's not even about the predictions. I'm expecting a win because listen, the next couple of games on the road, I think it's going to be a 5-game road trip.
Yep.
It's going to be versus a couple of good teams in the West. So I really hope that we get this, W and go into that road trip with a smile on our face.
That's what I'm saying. I'm expecting a win too. They should feel kind of desperate knowing that they go on a road trip and they play Utah, Denver, Golden State, Phoenix, and then they conclude with OKC. That's a tough trip. Tough West Coast 5-game trip. So anyway, Andy, I appreciate you jumping in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you go. I'll be back right after the game. Okay, so make sure you come and join us as we, break down the game. Hopefully we're breaking down a win. Out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
The ball, come down the lane, 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors, post-game reviews, this the place to tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.